What if I told you that one of America's industrial giants quietly exited a multi-billion-dollar market? One that once symbolized growth, speed, and sheer mechanical dominance. Caterpillar, the name you've seen on everything from bulldozers to boots, made a bold move, pulling out of the highway truck engine business. But why? Stick around, because the reason isn't just about engines. It's about regulation battles, shifting strategies, and the high-stakes chess game of staying relevant in a world that's always moving forward. And yes, it involved a little drama, too. Let's start at the beginning. Act 1. The Rise. For decades, Caterpillar was a titan in the heavy equipment world. In the 1990s and early 2000s, their engines ruled highways across America. Cat engines were known for their muscle, durability, and that unmistakable growl truckers swore by. If you were hauling freight coast to coast, a Cat engine meant power and prestige. But here's where it gets interesting. As emissions regulations tightened in the early 2000s, Caterpillar faced a turning point. The Environmental Protection Agency introduced new standards that pushed engine makers to innovate or die trying. Pattern interrupt here. Imagine telling a Cat engineer in 1995, hey, your biggest challenge in 10 years won't be horsepower. It'll be how clean your exhaust smells. That's the regulatory curveball they didn't see coming. Act 2. The pressure builds. By 2007, the emissions game got serious. While competitors like Cummins adapted using selective catalytic reduction, SCR, technology, Caterpillar doubled down on their own proprietary system, Assert. It was powerful, yes, but complicated, costly, and less compliant. Now here's the cliffhanger. In 2008, Cat made a shocking decision. They announced they'd stop producing engines for on-highway trucks. Just like that. Done. A move that sent ripples through the trucking world. You might be thinking, wait, Caterpillar doesn't back down from a challenge. What happened? Act 3. The strategic pivot. Here's the truth. Cat didn't see the on-highway engine market as worth the fight anymore. Between rising R&D costs, tightening EPA standards, and fierce competition, the return on investment wasn't adding up. So they did what bold companies do when faced with a losing hand. They walked away. Instead, Caterpillar doubled down on what they do best, off-highway equipment. Think mining, construction, energy, and defense. Areas where emissions rules were different and where Caterpillar could dominate without compromise. And just when you thought the story ends there, guess what? They didn't leave trucking altogether. Cat teamed up with Navistar to launch Cat-branded vocational trucks in 2011. But spoiler alert, that didn't last long either. By 2016, those trucks are gone too. So why does this matter now? Because it shows us how even the biggest players must adapt or get left behind. Caterpillar's exit from the highway market wasn't a failure. It was a calculated retreat, a reallocation of resources, a hard lesson in picking the right battles. But here's the big question. Could Caterpillar ever make a comeback in the on-highway space? With electrification and hydrogen tech on the horizon, could the Cat roar once again echo on America's highways? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you enjoyed peeling back the layers on this industrial mystery, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell so you don't miss the next twist in the world of big machines